If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your Inter Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or intermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where Inter Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. Time for Canes fans to get what they want. Information, insight, and perspective. It's the Caneswear Miami Hurricanes Report with Manny Navarro, exclusively on the Big O Radio Show. Here's Big O and insider Manny Navarro.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, we're ready to talk a little Canes. Manny Navarro ready to join us here with our Caneswear Miami Hurricanes Report. How you doing, my friend? You doing all right?
Doing great, came back from practice last night, got home around 10 o'clock, and now I got the weekend off because everything is shut down again until next Tuesday or Monday, I think, whenever we get access again.
That's all right. Well, working from your bedroom isn't so bad, bro. You'll be all right. You can even do the Caneswear Miami Hurricanes Report from your bedroom. It's a beautiful thing, bro.
It is. Absolutely. One day I got to come down there and hang out with you at Caneswear whenever you do the show.
Yeah, I'll tell you the next date. So you can come on out and join us. I'm actually going to talk to Brett either today or tomorrow about the date. By the way, did you watch any of the Field of Dreams game yesterday with the Yankees and the White Sox?
I saw the highlights. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch it live. I think as I was getting home, I saw the messages about a walk-off home run, so I missed it live. But I saw the highlights, and I thought it was really cool experience, to do it in a unique location like that. I think baseball needs to do more of that kind of stuff, man, to get people engaged. They don't do a very good job marketing their stars. It's all about the teams. It's all about the Yankees, Red Sox, and Dodgers, and I think an event like that all of a sudden gets people to pay attention.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, but I wanted to talk about the really important thing. Would you eat an apple pie hot dog combo by Guy Fieri? Because I got to tell you something. At first, it sounded weird.
Yeah.
But then when I saw it last night, I was like, dude, I want one now.
Yeah, I'm willing to try anything once. But I don't know that I would necessarily, become a big fan of apple pie and hot dogs together. I think that would be a little weird for me.
Do you like both?
I do. I just don't know if I could have them together. So
I know, me neither. But I'm thinking Guy Fieri. I mean, dude,
he's the man, right?
Right. I gotta trust him that combo works. You know what?
Yeah. I like I said, I'd give it a shot. Maybe it surprised me. I just wouldn't go in with very high expectations.
Dude, when I was a kid, you would have told me chicken and waffles. I would have like, what the hell are you talking about?
Right.
Now, I can eat chicken and waffles every damn day, bro. If you're gonna give it, especially if I can get it at Roscoe's. Hell yeah.
Right?
That's like you go to Los Angeles, you stop at Roscoe's, right? Once at least, right?
Oh yeah, I've done it before. Yes, absolutely. I've had the chicken and waffles.
You gotta do that. You gotta do that. All right. So what did you see from Canes camp yesterday? What stood out to you?
Well, I think number one, they're in pads for the first time yesterday. That was kind of noteworthy. They're still not hitting, and I want to explain to people that even with these new NCAA rules, the reality is they're only going to tackle guys twice. And that's in both of the scrimmages. So we know the scrimmage is going to be this Sunday. I would say this. I think they're a deeper football team than they were a year ago at some positions. I think they're really deep at receiver now, right? And we were always worried about the receiver position.
Right.
I think they're deeper in the secondary. I think Tyreek Stevenson is going to be a beast in that defense. He's a real physical, strong NFL-type corner. But I still have concerns. I still think, up front, I like the D tackles. I think defensive end is a natural concern. We got to figure out who's going to get to the quarterback, and is Miami going to be able to put enough pressure on teams with the guys that they have there? There's talent. The question is, can they provide what Jalen Phillips did? And he's a first round pick. I don't know that anybody individually is going to get close to being what Jalen Phillips was last year.
Well, you talked about Tyreek, but do the Canes have the kind of secondary that can be served. I mean, I don't think any secondary can be served up for seconds at a time if you can't get to the quarterback. So that's the other thing. What kind of a secondary is this? Because it hasn't been a great secondary the last couple of years.
Right.
And if you don't get a pass rush, my Lord, that secondary better be at its best all day long.
Well, what I'll tell you is they're more experienced than they were the last 2 years. Okay, you got Stevenson, who's at least played in the SEC at Georgia. He only started 4 games for Georgia, but he was on the field. He had a role. Corey Couch came on at the end of last year. I know the bowl game, he got a bunch of penalties, but I thought he was Miami's best corner last year. And then I really think DJ Ivey has taken his game up, another level. He looks like a senior should look, at this point. I don't think he makes many mistakes. I think he's got the NFL on his mind. He wants to have a great year. So to me, I think they've got 3 solid corners that are better than what they had last year. I think, guys were at a different level last year. Corey Couch was just sort of coming up last year in the middle of the year. And then, obviously you have Al Blades, who you're still hopeful that you're going to be able to get something out of him after everything he's been through the last year with, COVID, myocarditis, the stress fracture to his groin. I mean, he's coming along slowly. Look, Bubba Bolden, I think he's going to be better too. The experience of playing last year, you don't have Amari Carter playing safety anymore. He was the guy that was killing you, getting the targeting calls. They moved him in the box, and you can tell that's going to make a difference for him. It's a lot harder to get a targeting penalty when you've only got 5 yards to hit a guy versus 20 yards where you're sprinting.
But something tells me that if somebody can do it, Amari Carter is the guy. He is the guy. He's the expert at that. I mean, he should be marketing that. I mean, that's how good he turned into that.
Yeah, Target should have hired him, right, with an NIL deal there.
He has targeted so many people. I hear Billy Corbin is going to do a movie on him for targeting so many. He's targeted more people than the drug mafia has over the years here in South Florida.
Big O, you know what the shame is? Amari Carter is one of the sweetest guys. Like in terms of just being a nice dude. I like you enjoy talking to him when you interview him, and it's just such a shame. I feel for him that he hasn't figured out that you shouldn't lead with your head.
Let's call him the Sweet Ninja then. I mean,
Sweet Ninja. There you go.
Right? Amari Carter, the Sweet Ninja. I mean, man, that guy. Yeah. So let's hope so. All right. Van Dyke still looking like the number 2 guy behind De'Aaron King, and I keep asking you this because kid's coming back from a knee injury. He's a running quarterback. I really am concerned in that sense from De'Aaron King. He's not even a year removed from that surgery. We're asking a lot from that young man to go out there and play off that knee right away and stay healthy. It reminds me a lot of Preston Williams.
Mm-hmm.
That I thought the Dolphins rushed him back last year from the injury the year before, and he got re-injured. It reminds me a lot of, even though they're different injuries, and I don't know how much you follow Inter Miami, but Robbie Robinson has suffered back-to-back setbacks with the hamstring, and finally Inter on that third time, they left him out for 2 months and let him finally heal up the right way, and the kid's been able to stay on the pitch now. And I just think at times desperation sets in for any team. We've watched it where they need the players so badly, they rush him back a little bit, and I do worry about that with De'Aaron King, no matter how much he looks like Superman out there right now.
Yeah, I think I'll say this about Tyler Van Dyke. I feel as confident in his abilities as I did when Brad Kaya was quarterback here. I think that's a good comparison, to Brad. I think he's that kind of a thrower and passer. And Brad was thrown to the Wolves right away as a true freshman. This kid's already been here for a year. He's been in Red Lashley's offense for a year studying it. And what I really like about him is he's not a guy who's going to force the ball in there. He will turn to his right, he will turn to his left, throw the ball out of bounds, and he protects the ball. Is that going to be enough to beat Alabama if he's got to be pressing the duty? No, right? If Miami's going to beat in Alabama, if they're going to beat in North Carolina, they're going to need whoever's playing quarterback for them to make plays. But I think certainly if something were to happen to De'Aaron, I have confidence that Tyler Van Dyke could still lead them to a 9-10 win season, beating the teams that they're supposed to beat. I think he's that good of a quarterback.
All right. That's actually something to look forward to. Offensive line, is that the group we feel the best about this year for the Miami Hurricanes?
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of experience, you certainly feel better about it. What's funny is, the Senior Bowl came out with their list of guys yesterday. Had 9 Hurricanes, and none of them were linemen. And obviously, Zion Nelson doesn't qualify because he's only in his 3rd year, and I know he's the top prospect. But you'd think Navon Donaldson, right? He's a guy who started 34 games in his career.
That was going to be my follow-up of what shape is he in now that you've watched him a couple times now?
Yeah, I think he looks to be in much better shape. From talking to people around Navon, I know he was over 400 pounds at one point last year while he was, coming back from the knee injury. I mean, it's just, how it is. Some guys, if they're not exercising, even it doesn't matter what they eat, they're just going to keep putting on the weight. Right. Exactly. I'm one of them too. So, I think Navon's just one of those human beings that he's a big dude. He eats. And if he's not training constantly, he's going to be up there in weight. And so I think look, I certainly think he's motivated. He looks like he's in great shape. I think he's down to probably 340. And I think you can play at that weight, right? You can play at 340, move guys out of the way and create holes in the running lane. So, and I'll tell you this, they haven't switched him out of the first team. When we last saw him as being healthy, he was being switched in and out for somebody else. Right now, him and Jalen Rivers are the 2 guards. And I think that Garen Justice, who we've yet to speak to in camp, I think he feels really confident in the 2 guys he's got there starting next to Corey Gaynor.
The Alabama game, how do they build confidence for that game? Like, because for me as a media member or as a fan, I don't really look at them to win this game. The point spread's like 18, 20 points, whatever. If they keep it within 18, 20, I will be very impressed with the Canes. That's how low the bar is for me right now for them. So I'm wondering, what do you sense from this team confidence-wise about that matchup? Have they tried to psych themselves out to feel like they realistically have a chance? What are the coaches trying to do to build that confidence up to feel like they can not just compete but maybe even win that game?
Well, I think for Manny, he's internalized everything for them. It's, hey, you guys have yet to really play at your best in the time that I've been here, right? You lost to FIU in a game you shouldn't have. You've lost to Duke. You've lost all these embarrassing games. Last year, we finally got over the hump. We stopped losing embarrassing games to teams that are worse than us. Now it's, can you show up and play against a team that's better than you, that's more talented than you, and, surprise everybody. And I think that's kind of what the selling point is. And I think, on the inside for Manny, the way, the psychology he's playing with those players is, hey, this is your opportunity to impress the NFL. This is the best, most talented team in the country. You guys go out there and individually you can show the country that, hey, we're worthwhile. We're not a joke. We're not that team of Miami of old. So I think, those are the selling points. And certainly, you know what it's like in a locker room, man. Those guys, doesn't matter who they're playing against. Those kids, they think they're going to win, especially the young kids. They're like, hey man, Alabama was recruiting me. I can go there and beat those guys, So I think from Manny's perspective, that's what he tries to sell. And I think come game day, I think they're going to show up. Oh, I think they are. I think the issue is just going to be, Alabama's still Alabama, and they've still got the big guys up front, and that's where you win. That's where you win in this game.
Manny Navarro joins us twice a week, folks. All right, make sure you tune in, and you can catch him every Tuesday and every Friday here on the program, talking a little Canes. Follow him on Twitter at Manny_Navarro. Manny, when we look at the what was I going to tell you now on the now I brain farted what I was actually going to ask. Recruiting.
Yes.
They've had some news this week. Got some commitments. Talk to us a little bit about it.
Yeah, Markeith Williams is a 6 foot, 175 pound safety out of Orlando Evans. He's a 4-star commitment from there. It plays actually for Kennard Lang.
There we go. Repeat it again because you went a little fuzzy there. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, just Markeith Williams, 4-star safety, 6 foot, 175 pounds. He's a ball hawking type guy. A lot of interceptions. No more for his coverage skills than hitting skills per se. But he plays for Kennard Lang, former Hurricane. up there at Orlando Evans, and he's a good pickup for them. They've got 4 guys now in their secondary that are all 4-star recruits, all ranked in the top 250 or whatever nationally. So that was a real big emphasis for Manny Diaz. They haven't signed many cornerbacks of late. They had a lot of good ones leave town. And so what they've decided is, you know what, screw it. We're going to go to Tennessee and Alabama and everywhere else, Mississippi, and we're going to get the DBs that we need, guys that are just as good, that go to SEC schools and become good players. And so, I think they've done a really good job, especially DeMarcus Van Dyke and Travaris Robinson. Ishmael Aristide, who's the strikers coach, he went to Orlando Evans, so I think he was kind of the lead recruiter on this kid. But look, they're answering the bell. They changed Mike Rumpf out, right? Ephraim Banda left for Utah State, and they brought new guys in because they wanted to do a better job recruiting guys in the secondary, and I think that's what they're doing. They're just continuing to prove that they can do that job.
Was Mike Rumpf a disappointment in your eyes?
I don't think as a coach, Mike Rumpf was a disappointment. I think as a recruiter, it was disappointing to see some of the losses, right? I mean, you had some really good players here in South Florida. Tyson Campbell, you went to Georgia, became a player for them over there. Patrick Surtain's son went to Alabama. But, again, it's funny, we love to point the finger and say, hey, how come this guy's not winning the recruiting battle? Again, like I just mentioned, DVD and T-Rob, they're going out of the area to get players. I think the issue Miami still has is for the last 18, 20 years, they've been mediocre Miami, not Billy Corbin's eye on the U or whatever Miami. It's just it's that's the bigger issue that they have to overcome. Last year, I think COVID helped them recruit really, really well here because kids couldn't take official visits. They couldn't leave town. Now you look at the top 6, 7 recruits in the county. I mean, Miami's not leading really for any of them, So I think, again, if you're going to change the narrative in South Florida, you got to win. And I think that's how Manny Diaz improves recruiting overall.
By the way, I thought you guys were going to get Armando. What's
the Athletic?
Yeah, bro. What's up with the Dolphins beat? I don't know. How have you guys not filled that hole yet? That's amazing.
Hey, listen, man, it's funny. Somebody called me the other day and they said, you should take that job. You should take over the Dolphins beat. And I said, listen, I've been covering the Canes now for 2 decades.
Yeah, no way, bro. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, for me to switch it up now, I may be asked to pinch hit, which, the Athletic likes for me to do. I did it with the Heat.
I know that's coming already. I know they got you. I know you're going to end up covering the Dolphins too, but
right.
I figure you guys would have, I thought for sure, Armando completely threw me off when he went to that place, but I thought for sure it was the Athletic yesterday. That was my prediction, especially with Rojas there and you, and so I figured, okay, he's going there, but no, dude, he went to Outkick. So, like, when's that spot going to be filled on the Athletic?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I like I said, it's going to be an internal hire as far as I know. They want somebody from the inside, so it's a matter of moving parts around and so forth. But look, the Athletic has in the past we've had beat writers on certain beats, and then we haven't, and yet we still have national guys swoop in and write stories and cover the important stuff for us. So it's just a matter of timing and who the right fit is for that job. But I have a feeling I will be at a few Dolphins games or practices or press conferences or those kind of things because, they're still an important team in this town, just like the Heat are. So whenever I get those phone calls and the tap on the shoulder, I will be doing my duty for the Athletic.
Yeah. Hey, Manny, can you get the really early flight on Sunday so you can cover the game? Leaving. Yeah. That's I can already see that happening to you, my brother.
Yep.
Follow him on Twitter at Manny_Navarro. Catch him twice a week here with the Caneswear Miami Hurricanes report, and visit our friends at Caneswear at 2511 South University Drive in Davie. All orders over $99 at Caneswear.com. You will get free shipping, but better yet, go down there to the store. It is an addicting place. You're going to love it because they've got everything with a Canes logo on it. It's absolutely awesome. Manny, you are the best, my brother. Have a dry weekend. Stay away from the rain.
I hope to. You too, buddy. I'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Be good. There you go. The great Manny Navarro, man. Good stuff there. We take a break. Back in 30 seconds right here. We'll continue the show.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your Inter Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie and open 24/7 online at Caneswear.com or InterMiamiWear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where Inter Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.